Have you ever wondered how one can rule an empire yet leave almost no trace in history? Meet Otho. Born as Marcus Salvius Otho on a spring day in April, the year 32 CE in the ancient city of Ferentinum, Etruria, what we now know as modern-day Italy, Otho was destined to rule, albeit briefly. His reign as a Roman emperor was so fleeting that it happened within a year famously known as the Year of the Four Emperors. A year that saw the rise and fall of four different leaders of the vast Roman Empire, each leaving their own unique imprint on history. Otho's reign, although brief, was a part of this tumultuous year. From his birth into an aristocratic family to his early life in the political and social circles of Rome, Otho's journey to the throne was as intriguing as his reign. So who was this fleeting emperor, and how did he rise to power? Otho's path to power wasn't exactly a straight line. Our story kicks off with Otho's early political career, where he emerged as a noteworthy figure in the Roman political landscape. Born into an aristocratic family, Otho was no stranger to the intricacies of power. His charm and sophistication quickly caught the attention of Emperor Nero, and the two became inseparable friends. However, this friendship was not without its complications. Nero, known for his volatile and unpredictable behavior, eventually sent Otho into exile. The reason? A romantic entanglement involving Nero's wife, Poppaea Sabina. Otho was appointed governor of Lusitania, modern-day Portugal, a post he held for nearly a decade. Despite the distance from Rome, Otho proved himself to be an effective and popular governor, but Otho had his eyes on a bigger prize. As Nero's rule began to unravel, Otho saw an opportunity. He started building strategic alliances, aligning himself with those who could help him seize the throne. The most significant of these alliances was with Galba, the man who eventually overthrew Nero. However, Otho's relationship with Galba was far from harmonious. Galba, now emperor, saw Otho as a threat and sidelined him politically. Frustrated with his position, Otho began to plot against Galba. He had the backing of the Praetorian Guard, the force responsible for protecting the emperor. With their support, Otho made his move. On January 15th in the year 69, the unthinkable happened. Otho, with the backing of the Praetorian Guard, overthrew Galba in a swift coup. Galba was killed in the streets of Rome, and Otho was declared emperor by the Senate. His rise to power, marked by cunning strategy and ruthless ambition, was complete. And so Otho ascends to the throne, but how does he rule? As we will see, Otho's reign, like his rise to power, was anything but straightforward. It was a time of internal strife, external threats, and a ruler determined to leave his mark on the Roman Empire. Stay tuned for the next chapter in the life of Marcus Salvius Otho. Otho's reign, though short, was not without its highlights. Marcus Salvius Otho, or as we know him, Emperor Otho, ascended to power in a time of chaos and uncertainty, the year of the four emperors. The brief period he spent on the throne was marked by a series of key policies and events that left an indelible mark on the Roman Empire. One of the most notable aspects of Otho's rule was his attempt to win public favor. He understood the importance of the people's support and took steps to ensure he had it. He restored the rights of those who had been unjustly banished by his predecessor Nero. He also generously compensated those who had suffered from Nero's extravagance, going as far as selling off his personal belongings to do so. This was a testament to his dedication and commitment to the Roman people. Otho also made strides in reforming the Roman army. He increased soldiers' pay, a move that was welcomed by the military and helped to secure their loyalty. However, these reforms came with a cost, putting a strain on the empire's treasury. But Otho's reign was not without its challenges. The most significant of these was the rebellion led by Vitellius, the governor of the German provinces. Vitellius was a formidable opponent, and his uprising was a constant thorn in Otho's side. Despite the pressure, Otho refused to back down, showing his resilience and determination. He also faced internal strife within the Roman Senate. While some senators supported his rule, others were skeptical of his ability to lead, creating a divide that threatened the stability of his reign. Otho's reign was a tumultuous one, marked by a mixture of successes and challenges. He was a ruler who sought to do right by his people, a characteristic that endeared him to many. His reforms and policies, though not without their faults, showed a commitment to bettering the Roman Empire. Despite his best efforts, Otho's reign was destined to be short-lived. The challenges he faced, both external and internal, eventually led to his downfall. But even in his brief time as emperor, Otho left a mark on the empire that would not be easily forgotten. In the game of power, not all players survive. The downfall of Marcus Salvius Otho, a Roman emperor, serves as a vivid testament to this timeless truth. His reign, although brief, was fraught with the turmoil and strife that were characteristic of the year of the four emperors. Among the challenges that Otho had to face, the revolt led by Aulus Vitellius, the governor of Germania Inferior, proved to be the most fatal. Vitellius, dissatisfied with Otho's rule, mustered an army and marched towards Italy. The news of Vitellius's revolt and the impending civil war reached Otho's court, sending shockwaves through the corridors of power. Otho, however, refused to let Rome descend into chaos. He made a valiant effort to quell the revolt, rallying his troops and preparing them for the impending battle. But fate had other plans. The Battle of Bedriacum, fought in April of the year 69 CE between the forces of Otho and Vitellius, marked the beginning of the end for Otho's reign. His forces were defeated, and the emperor was left with a difficult choice to make. In one of the most dramatic moments of Roman history, Otho decided to commit suicide to avoid further bloodshed. His decision, while drastic, had a profound impact. It was a selfless act, meant to spare his people from the horrors of civil war. As he drove the dagger into his heart, Otho sacrificed his life for the greater good of Rome. The news of Otho's suicide sent shockwaves through Rome. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in the annals of Roman history. The throne of the emperor was once again vacant, ready to be claimed by the next player in the game of power. Otho's reign came to a tragic end, but what does his story tell us? It serves as a reminder of the fleeting nature of power, the harsh realities of political strife, and the extraordinary lengths a leader may go to protect their people. Otho's rule was a blink in the vast timeline of the Roman Empire, yet it wasn't insignificant. Marcus Salvius Otho, a character of ambition and audacity, ruled Rome for merely 3 months, yet his reign was far from forgettable. Though short-lived, Otho's rule was a vivid reflection of the turbulent political climate of the time. His ascension, reign, and downfall were all dramatic, a testament to the volatility of the year of the four emperors. Otho's impact on Rome and its citizens was profound. His reign, though brief, was marked by a sincere concern for the welfare of the people. He enacted several administrative reforms aimed at improving the lives of Roman citizens. His efforts to restore stability and prosperity, though not entirely successful, were a testament to his commitment to his role as the emperor. The political climate under Otho was one of uncertainty and instability. His ascension to power was not through inheritance or election, but through a coup, a clear indication of the political disarray of the time. The fact that he was one of the four emperors who ruled in the same year further highlights the state of flux that characterized Rome's political scenario in 69 CE. Otho's rule, however short, reveals much about the political climate of Rome during this period. It was a time of intense power struggles, with emperors rising and falling with alarming frequency. Otho's reign, characterized by its dramatic ascent and equally dramatic downfall, is a microcosm of the broader political upheaval that marked the year of the four emperors. Legacy often is not about the length of time one spends in power, but the impact one leaves behind. Otho, in his short time as emperor, left a lasting impression. His ambitious attempts at reform, his concern for the welfare of his people, and his dramatic rise and fall all contribute to the enduring legacy of Otho. In the end, Otho's story is a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of power. Otho's name may not be as well known as Julius Caesar or Augustus, but his story is equally captivating. His fleeting reign during the tumultuous year of the four emperors left an indelible imprint on the annals of Roman history. Born in Ferentinum, Etruria, Marcus Salvius Otho ascended to power with a swift, decisive stroke, only to see his reign crumble in a matter of months. From his rise to power to his swift downfall, Otho's story is a testament to the volatile nature of power and the transient nature of human ambition. His reign, though brief, had significant social impacts. shaping the course of events in an empire at the brink of chaos. The tale of Otho serves as a reminder that power is fleeting, and our actions and decisions in the present can have far-reaching implications. It's a lesson that transcends time, resonating through the centuries. And so we close the chapter on Otho, a man who ruled an empire if only for a moment,